Was he good, kisser?
Wow. Y'all mean this?
I don't want to, it hurt.
You're a real
We were
OG.
children. We were children.
So SZA and Drake's short-lived fling happened in 2008, and nobody knew they dated until 2020, when Drake rapped about it on the song Mr. Right Now. He sings, "Yeah, she wanna F to some SZA, wait, cause I used to date SZA back in 08. SZA had to set the record straight when the song came out. She tweeted saying that they actually dated in 2009, and that Drake innocently rapped 08 because it rhymed in the song, but it makes a big difference because in 2008, SZA was 17 years old, and in 2009, she was 18.
Feel in my opinion what people think, so that's a must. Exactly. Now I've been thinking about a guest performance.
And he's obviously headlining halftime Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Why is he the perfect person for halftime show this upcoming season?
Because for the people.
The people.
Yeah, and I mean, he's killed it this year.
Y'all, you're not gonna believe this tea I have about SZA and Drake. So SZA is officially done playing nice with Drake, and she's finally ready to spill all the piping hot details about his questionable past. Like, we all knew they had a little something going on back then, but things got super messy when Drake just casually dropped that bombshell in his lyrics about her being 17 at the time. Can you believe the audacity? And with everything that's been coming out about Drake's history with younger women, let's just say SZA is looking at their whole situation through completely different eyes now. The best part? She might finally be ready to tell her side of the story. But wait, it gets even juicier. SZA and Kendrick Lamar aren't just teaming up for the Super Bowl halftime show. Word on the street is they're working on a joint album together that might expose even more about Drake's past. And if you've been following the whole Kendrick versus Drake beef, you know this collab could be the final nail in Drake's coffin.
Would you and Kendrick together consider doing a joint album? Like, we would love to see.
I would love that. I would love that. I think that would be amazing. He's such a genius, and part of his genius is like him being so elusive.
So get this, during SZA's recent appearance on Hot Ones with Keke Palmer and Issa Rae, things got super awkward, but not because of those spicy wings. While they were promoting their new comedy, One of Them Days, Keke put SZA on the spot during Truth or Dare, asking if Drake was a good kisser. But instead of answering, SZA completely dodged the question and dropped this huge hint that she was way too young when their thing happened. Like the tension in that room, you could cut it with a knife.
I can't.
This is honest. What should I ask? Oh. Okay, is Drake a good kisser?
Oh.
That's why I said fuck you in advance.
Oh, I like you. Hey, you.
I knew you were gonna do something that was so...
We had to gag him.
You did.
So?
Oh, wow.
She's not gonna answer. He must have been terrible.
She did. She answered.
Was he good, kisser?
Wow. Y'all mean this?
I don't want to, it hurt.
You're a real
We were
OG.
children. We were children.
That was the sound of lies.
2009, we were children. Real shit.
I mean, it's a simple good or not good.
Yeah, it's really easy. And the fact that you don't want to say one is very telling.
Now, while SZA tried to keep things lighthearted, that clip spread like wildfire online, and it got everyone talking about Drake's disturbing pattern with young women. But that's not even the half of it. People are also bringing up how he literally can't handle rejection and goes after his rap rivals' girlfriends and wives. Like, who does that? Drake's history of disrespecting women, especially black women, is just, ugh. Take Rich Flex, the opening track from his 2022 album Her Loss. He literally had the nerve to rap, "All of you hoes need to remember who you're talking to. It's the SL Gang's CEO." Like, excuse me? And then there's that messy situation on Circo Loco, where he came for Megan Thee Stallion with that line, "This bitch lie about getting shots, but she's still a stallion." The tea is that Drake wasn't even defending Tory Lanez. He was just bitter because Megan allegedly curved him. Can you say petty? But honey, this isn't new behavior. When Drake first hit the scene, he was all about his come up in Toronto love life. But then those soft memes got under his skin, and that's when his villain era began. Suddenly, he's trying to be this tough guy, pushing this hyper-masculine image. By the time Nothing Was the Same dropped in 2013, Drake was fully committed to this new persona. And it gets worse. In 2014, his security team member, Baka Not Nice, got caught up in some seriously disturbing criminal charges involving a 22-year-old woman. Even though Baka ended up pleading guilty to just one charge, the whole thing was beyond shady. But did Drake distance himself? No. He literally signed Baka to his label the second.
And when my brother fought out of jail, there was a lot of different paths that he could have took. And he decided to focus on music. And when he was focused on music, maybe people thought, oh, okay, all right, it's a little fake. So look, it's an honor. It's an honor and a pleasure. I just wanna hand this. I wanna give this pen to my brother. I love you, G.
Congratulations, bro.
New York.
Hey, Bucka, congratulations, my brother.
Yeah. Official. New York City, we appreciate you tonight. OVO. Not nice. Yeah.
This whole Baka situation completely shattered Drake's nice guy image and showed everyone who he really is. It was all just an act. Not only is Drake totally fine being besties with someone accused of disturbing crimes against women, but he actively promotes and supports him. Let's spill more tea about Drake's misogyny in his music. On his 2015 mixtape with Future, What a Time to Be Alive, he literally tells women to shut up and take what's coming to them. By Views in 2016, he was going full toxic. In Child's Play, he starts with this sample shaming women for dating athletes, then threatens to send a woman back to the hood if she crosses him. And don't even get me started on Hotline Bling. Drake's just bitter about a woman living her best life without him, shaming her for going out and having fun. Fast forward to 2018's Scorpion, and he's still playing the same old game, acting like women are lost without his guidance. Now, let's dive into Drake's weird obsession with women who reject him. The Rihanna situation? Pure mess. After Chris Brown's attack on Rihanna in 2009, Drake publicly supported her, and they had a brief thing later. But when Riri made it crystal clear she wasn't looking for anything serious, Drake showed his true colors. Instead of respecting her choice, he started throwing shade and, get this, teamed up with Chris Brown for 2 songs. But Drake wasn't done. He started dissing Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, even though Rihanna hasn't breathed his name in years. The last time she publicly mentioned him was back in 2018, about that super cringe VMAs moment where he basically embarrassed her with that love confession.
Most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
When Vogue asked Rihanna about that VMAs disaster in 2018, she straight up admitted that sitting through Drake's speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. She was like, I don't like too many compliments and I don't like to be put on blast. And when they asked if she still talks to Drake, baby, she hit them with that, we don't have a friendship anymore. Period. Can you believe Drake is still not over it? Like Rihanna made one comment about him 7 years ago and hasn't said a word since, but Drake? He's still throwing shade. On his 2023 album For All the Dogs, he had the audacity to call Riri's bedroom skills average and bragged about being with better women. Like, sir, please get over yourself. But wait, it gets worse. In his diss track aimed at Kendrick, Family Matters, Drake actually bragged about sleeping with Rihanna before A$AP Rocky and mocked Rocky for being a family man. He really rapped, I didn't even know you rap still cause they only talking about your fit again, probably gotta have a kid again before you think you dropping any ish again. Is he seriously shading someone for prioritizing their family? The nerve.
You really have, like, let's say she wasn't.
Yeah.
Would you seriously consider?
Like being with her?
Yeah.
100%.
Really?
Of course. What do you mean? I feel like she would be here right now, sitting right there. Nothing was the same. September 24th, what's up? She would be here turned to the max.
She would have the Jaden Smith t-shirt on?
She would be like OVO head to toe Tim's. You'd be like, Halle just came here wearing Timbs? What's going on?
And let's talk about Halle Berry, another woman Drake's been creepily obsessed with for years. He's always gushing about her in interviews, acting like some super fan while she's shown zero interest in him. Drake would not stop talking about Halle in interviews, calling her his ultimate fantasy and saying he'd totally date her if she wasn't taken. But the creepy factor went through the roof in his verse on Migos' 2013 Versace remix, where he had the nerve to rap, "Take a famous girl out where there's no paparazzi. I'm trying to give Halle Berry a baby and no one can stop me. No one can stop me." Like, excuse me, what did you just say? But here's where it gets even messier. Since Halle wasn't interested, Drake took it to a whole new level of disrespect. When he released Slime You Out with SZA from For All the Dogs, he used a picture of Halle getting slimed at the 2012 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards for the cover.
Safe from the slime.
Now, before we get into why Halle was so upset, you need to know about this wild conspiracy theory about Nickelodeon's slime thing. Apparently, some people think the whole sliming thing is actually a form of humiliation, and the slime supposedly represents something really gross and degrading.
And you know who the secret celebrity is that you wanted to slime? Who is it? It's you!
So when Drake dropped that cover with Halle's slime photo, all hell broke loose. Fans were calling him out left and right, saying he was being a total weirdo and bringing up how creepy that baby line was. But it wasn't just the fans. Halle herself had to step in and set the record straight. She posted this cryptic message on Instagram saying, "Sometimes you have to be the bigger guy, even if you're a woman." When her followers asked about Drake using the photo, Halle spilled the real tea. "Didn't get my permission. That's not cool. I thought better of him." But wait, there's more. She added another comment saying, "That's why I posted what I did today. When people you look up to disappoint you, you just have to rise above it and move on." Drake's Ride or Die fans tried coming for Halle, saying he didn't need permission because Getty owned the photo. That's when Halle dropped the bomb. Drake actually did ask for permission. She said no, and he used it anyway. When someone asked why she was so upset, Halle clapped back, "'Cause he asked me and I said no, that's why. Why ask if you intend to do what you want to do? That was the FU to me. Not cool. You get it now." If this was just a one-time thing and Drake had actually apologized, we might have moved on. But honey, this is just part of his pattern of disrespecting women. Most recently, he went after Kendrick's fiancée Whitney and even hired a model for his OVO brand who looks exactly like her for the Not Like Us video. Remember on Family Matters when Drake suggested Whitney was a victim of DV and claimed one of her kids was actually fathered by Kendrick's longtime friend Dave Free? If Drake really believes that's true, why would he mock Whitney by hiring her lookalike for his OVO collection? If he genuinely thinks Kendrick is abusive, shouldn't he leave Whitney out of their beef and go after Kendrick directly? At this point, Drake's bizarre and creepy behavior towards women could fill up a whole documentary series. And now that rumors are flying about SZA and Kendrick working on that joint album together, fans are praying they'll keep the pressure on Drake and expose even more of his questionable past. What do you think about all this drama with SZA and Drake? How do you feel about Drake's creepy pattern with women? And are you counting down the days until we see Kendrick and SZA take over the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts and don't miss out on this next video.